Alrighty, how's it going? Another day, another morning wiring up the steel factory, eh? Sounds good. Don't actually have to go into work today, but I think I might, because I need to do some work on my car. It needs some maintenance. It needs some love. Poor little shitbox. God, I love it. Are we good, game? You loading? There we go. Kinda. Alright, we're in. And what are we looking like? Where'd we make it to yesterday? I'm pretty sure we got it all wired up as far as the manifolds go. And then I had to run. So I had to go to a meeting. Which went alright, I think. But alright, so we need to figure some shit out. Number one being, I don't like this. I don't like these. So I'm gonna reset, not that, everything that we've built to connect these up. All this. Fine, I'll go back and get those. Why does the scary song always come on? Not scary, but creepy. It's always on so quick in the mornings. Alright. Alright, so we have that there. That. These all need to go to their different points. How do I want to do this? Because I kind of want to do it in a way that incorporates it into the decoration. I saw a thing the other day where a dude had put... He'd done like a glass tube upwards. And then with these, he'd put them all facing outwards, but like into the middle. And it just like was a tower up in the middle. It looked great. It looked great. And I reckon we could do that somehow. So maybe we can try and figure that out somehow, eh? Maybe. I reckon we come over to here. Yeah, I reckon we incorporate this somehow. How? No idea. But I reckon we do. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to try to do, is see if I can bring these over. So I'm going to start here, and just see where these holes are in the roof underneath. Basically. Like that. Alright, you're good. We'd have to go here. Yeah. Let's see what we can figure out. I guess we'll do the same thing for down here, right? Where's that? There? And it comes to this. really just dicking around at this point. I'm just trying to figure shit out, alright? Trying to learn. So don't know what I'm doing. But I do have the idea of... I do want to steal this idea. I think there. Oops. Yeah, something like that, I reckon. That was not it. Actually, yeah, like that. That way we don't have to do it from weird angles. Like that. Nice. Yeah, we'll keep them as Mark 5s. I don't think I really care. Alright, with that, we should be able to do shit like this. Like that. And that. And that. We'll start up here. Easier. That one to that one. That one to that one. That one to that one. Much nicer. There they go. Alright. That'll be good. We'll be able to incorporate that somehow into decoration. I have faith in that. Right, it all needs to still get sorted and taken to the right spot. So... Nice. Alright, and then that's heading where? One of these ones over here. Yeah, that one, I guess. Wait, what? Yeah, that one. God, wiring up is confusing. That looks pretty good to me. Actually, no. So yeah, the part I don't like about that is this angled block up here. God, I knew it would be a pain in the ass trying to figure out all the different angles of these buildings. But I think I'm going to take this up and just use that as a reference. think that will be cleaner. I don't know. What happens if I just hook that up? Oh god, that's gross. It could be good, it's not. It could. That one. There it is. Alright, that's clean. Is it? I'm now realizing that the second one's gonna have to go here, and it's probably gonna go on this. No. No. This is the way I said that. No, I should be alright. I should be able to turn that onto here. Pretty decent. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Alright, so that's one. We got compacted coal going to this one. We're gonna need... We also need the iron elevator. Which I think we'll just do right beside it. No, it can't be right beside it. Over this side would be weird, right? I don't know, maybe. Get rid of these pillars. Yeah, we'll try to just do it on this side. See if that looks any sort of decent. Also, can we get the iron to this side? Yeah, we should be able to just come out and around. That one. That one. Where the hell are the other ones? I don't know. Wait, no, they're over this way, aren't they? They're all out this way. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. Ah, right, yeah. God, I'm just an idiot. But yeah, no, they should be able to make it all the way over here. Might be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but they should make it. They're probably going to be at ground level, though. Yeah, alright. I need the... Oop. I need it! Yep. Yep. Second guessing myself, don't mind me. Actually, no, that was probably right. It does look pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I'll agree. I'll accept that. I think this one is the one we're going to start with. It's going to start that way and go that way. Oh, I can't do that. Damn. Oh, well. Yeah, no, that's alright. Little bit annoying, but oh well. We'll keep the symmetry and we'll leave it like that. Which means this one needs to go this way. Come over to that. No? Yeah, that one. If that one there goes along this roof over to there, this one here is going to need to come along this roof and cross over it to get to there. Ah, what I should have done is alternate them. So this one here should be just iron ore. And then we just take that one there to this one here. And then these two would go this way. Oh, that's way better of a design. Way better of a design. Alright, let's do that. So you're out. And that way we actually make use of the logistics floor. We need to add that back in though. Right there, to right there. Beautiful. Right, and then you need to be iron. Let's get rid of everything else that we just built. Undoing what we've done. Fun. That's the one we do need. And you know what? I'll keep that one as well. Because this one here... That's coal. Wrong one. Where do the other two come down? Right? Here. That one there can go down to the other one. Somehow. Probably on the roof. Like that. Alright. Iron in these two. Beautiful. And we're in a logistics room, so it doesn't matter if it looks like shit. We'll get the two that are the furthest this way. So we'll take this one here, and this annoying one over here. Where's the other one? Here? Yeah. You. Alright, so it needs to come down at ground level here, which is 2 ticks up from here. There. That's not the same height, is it? Yeah, I think that's square. Damn, alright. Really didn't believe that there. Oh shit, I've broken the UI because I went into photo mode and back out. Are we good? Is the UI back? I think so. Just broke it a little bit, slightly, for a second. Alright. So that one's iron. This one also needs to be iron, which means we need to replace it to get rid of the coal that's in it. The compacted coal, should I say. Like that matters at all. Alright, so this one's going for another one, which is just going to be this one down here. Beautiful. This way. Better not be too high. Actually, that was good. Nice. Alright, and then that's around into it as well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, so now that should work without having to do random wire crossover, belt crossover. And it should look much nicer. Which is nice. I like it when things look nice. And then that goes like that. Alright, so you got iron and coal in that one. Beautiful. And then we're going to have iron and coal going over to this one. Awesome. We're even going to switch it up, and coal is going to go in this one. Hopefully, I replaced all the belts correctly. And that's okay. Oh no, I'm not. Coal is going in that one. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh shit, this one's square? Oh, I did one that was square. Look at me. I actually thought I put that one off rotation as well. Kind of surprised. Alrighty, and you are gonna go to... Not there. Probably should do that one first, actually. Since it's the one that's been a bit dickish. Alright, this song's starting to shit me. It's alright until you become aware that it's playing, and then you're like, alright, I'm done with this. Look, that's only tolerable if there's a bunch of women in tights dancing around and throwing legs in the air. Then that's okay. That music's great then. Never mind. That to there. Beautiful. We've done it. Coal and copper go into that one. Coal and iron, sorry, not coal and copper. Oh, I did switch it up on that one. Whoops. Oh well. I don't think it makes any difference. Yep, oh well. Alright, these two now. Now I think it's going to be the same deal. I think these two here are going to go to these ones. Somewhere like that. Okay, well, just to fix that up, we're going back a little bit. Beautiful. Oh, gross. I thought it was beautiful. That's better. That's okay. I should probably keep some of those for the next one. Actually, those need to be more straight to this. Sorry, I had a song stuck in my head for a second there, and I didn't really sing it. I didn't commit to singing it, at least. God. Alright. We're gonna go with that. Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do the same thing over here. Like this. Should I keep them evenly spaced? Oh, fine. I don't know what the spacing is. Okay. Figured out the spacing. Beautiful. Alright, give me 2 seconds. No one's in here anyway. I'm gonna run out and pee real quick. As usual, down to coffee, started streaming. So give me 2 seconds, I'll be back. Alrighty, I'm back. My god, it is fresh outside. But it's also a little bit too warm in my van to turn the heater back on, so... Alright, back to what we were doing. There's Big Blue, how's he doing? He's chilling. Does he run into this wall? Nah... I think he comes damn close, but I don't think he's gonna touch that corner. As long as I build well. bastard. We might just have to take a chunk out of the wall there. And alright. Over to these ones. We're nearly there. We're nearly done. We've nearly piped up the bloody steel factory. Whatever this place is. What are we sort of building to? Yeah, it's not going to work. Can I do there? Not like that? Okay, fuck. That should be good, right? No, I need to go the other way. God, son of a bitch. Hang on, this is really disorientating. Somewhere there. That needs to hook around and go that way. Beautiful. Then that can go this way. There it is. Sometimes it just takes a minute, you know? Gotta remember how to play the game. Alright, this is a pain in the ass too. Does that work? Something like that? We'll make that work too then. It is falling apart a little bit with these bits. It doesn't look great, I'll be honest. But I'd say it's about as good as we're gonna get it. Can I just move that back a little bit? There's gonna be a point where I can do that. Why is that so bad? It should be the same dimension, shouldn't it? It is incredibly annoying that I have to place this every time. Go, get it. Okay, you? No? Not that one either. It should be the same dimension as that, shouldn't it? No, it's an inner corner. Okay, no, that definitely... Okay, so it isn't the same dimension. Never mind. What if I move this one out so that it is the same? I don't know what the math would really be, but I'm just going to go there and wing it. Yeah, that'll work, hey? So much. So I moved that one back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Would that be a bit better? Bit better? Oh, you're so bad. Alright, fine. I give up on trying to make this look any better than the shit that it was before. A little bit further back. We're just going to do it with a... maybe a little bit further back. That's too far back, right? Maybe half a tick forward. That's as good as we're getting it. And everyone just smile and be fucking glad we got that. God. I hate it when we have to do shit like that. Oh, I wish we could make it straighter. Oh, I wish 1.1 was here and we had better splines. No, my spline. Beautiful. Alright, and then these head down this end. That actually does look alright. I'm not mad at that. That's quite nice. It'll look better once we get rid of the shit in the middle. But, let's wire these up. How are you looking? You can... Yeah, probably have to go this way. Like that. Oh, and like that. Beautiful. I didn't think they'd be long enough. That's it. That's it for the top half, at least. Let's get rid of the floating platforms now. I want to see what this looks like without it. Do I like it? I don't know. Is it going to stay this way? Probably. Yeah, I think that's good. We need to wire up these 4. But I think that's pretty good. You, why are you like that? Who raised you? It was me, but still. Why would I do that? Beautiful. Fixed. Alright, so. These two right here, that one and that one, both go to the same tower. So, one needs iron, one needs coal. We have some coal coming from right here, and let's put that in there. Just like that. And now we need the iron. Where's the iron? Your iron? Ah, right. We decided that we were using the further ones for that. What's my phone doing? Why are you ba-ding-a-ding-ding-ding? Random bullshit that doesn't matter. Nice. Love it. Oh my god, I'm getting bloody sleepy. Ready for bed again. Alright, so yeah. One of those needs to be iron. Probably you, right? Oh no, you look like you're in a better spot. Where does the next coal come down? Oh, that's coal there. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this one, easy. Like that. Sometimes it just takes me a minute, you know? Alright, and that should be coal. Oppa. Coal. Iron. Why? If I can't talk. Anyway. Next. You. Just go into any one of these other ones over here, basically. Doesn't really matter. Like that. And then we get iron from over here. Beautiful. Lag, thank you. Beautiful, love it. Makes me feel alive. It's like a slap in the face. I can't remember what song it was. It was a song that I listened to yesterday. Well, that was playing yesterday. It wasn't me listening to it in the shop. But it says something about candle wax during sex. I was gonna say it's just like that, lag spikes. But then that just made me. I couldn't even say it because it made me laugh. So I just remember hearing that in the song and just being like, "Alright, bro, whatever gets you going." Whatever works, go. Alright, kill it. Alright. So these all seem to be wired up. And some of them even seem to be still running. Beautiful. And then for some reason I actually decided to make balances. Because I'm nice like that, you know? Up until here where I got lazy and didn't want to make a 1 to 10 balancer. It's hard! Actually 1 to 10 is probably not that hard, is it? It's split 1 into 2. Ooh, then you got that going into 5. What if you were to do 1 into 3? Oh, then you gotta divide that into 3 into what? 3 again? But like with a weird remainder? Ugh, gross. I don't know. It always involves a 5. I don't know how you can get to 10 with 2s and 3s. Anyway. Alright, what would be the next step then? I guess it would be the collection systems. I kind of want to do something fun for the collection systems. What if we were to do trucks everywhere? Would that be fun? I actually don't know how I want to do this. I mean, I think for now, I want these going into awesome sinks, but I actually don't have a permanent solution. And the one annoying thing is we have to go through all of these as well and rotate this merger. It's the only way it works. Oh, we need vertical mergers. Bam. Never mind, we can do it that way. We'll bring it up and over. This does really suck that I gotta go around and do all these. Oh well. Little bit boring, but you know, you get that. So how much steel is each tower making? Each tower is 120 foundries. It's going to be 120 times 10. So they should be making 1,200 steel per tower. Which means... I think we can do half a tower for one belt, basically. So these two could merge with all of the ones above them. These two as well. We don't have the sick pipes or the sick belts that do the 120 yet. We only got 780. Not bad, but you know, not enough to do this entire tower in one belt. Oh well. Alright, so shit. That still doesn't really tell me what I want to do. Vertical mergers would be so good. They'd be so perfect here. Oh, that really hurts that I don't have vertical mergers. And they are the one thing that would be just perfect for right now. Shit. I guess it doesn't really matter. Because for now it's just going to be... We just want to get it somewhere so that it doesn't... I don't know what I was going to say there. We just want to get it somewhere so it's not all blocking up, basically. And then when we come back later on to actually wire the... or take steel to specific places, we should be alright, I guess. Does that make sense? I don't know, man. Can I do something like this? Hell yeah. Yeah, fine, fuck it. Beautiful. I like that. It's not beautiful, but it's gonna work for now. Which is beautiful. That's all that matters. And then that can hook up to there. And then we have an awesome sink for these ones. Beautiful. Alright, and then that needs to merge with everything above it. So, you, there, you, go. But we'll make it work. Like I said, this just needs to be kind of temporary. We can come back and make it pretty later. The one thing that would make this perfect is vertical mergers, and we don't have that yet, so, you know. Sad days. It's always a song, isn't it? Alright, something like that. What are you doing? There we go. And alright, there's that one. The next one, we'll just go Shit, I guess the same spot, but like just over a bit so that it can... Maybe it needs to be 2. Yeah. That'll do. That. And then this one needs to change. Ah, man. I'm exhausted already. Nope, not like that. That way. There's the Mark 3, there's Mark 4 there. Beautiful. You, from there to there. And then you from there to there. Well, you joined weird, didn't you? Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Yeah, it's got to drain it all out first. It's got to drain the backfill. Which is good, because it means that the inputs get to fill up a little bit. So, like in cases like this, where there's no compacted coal. Should I actually turn that off until it is fully backed up? I think that might be an idea. Because we want the inputs to fill up. And we don't want these ones down the end here to be empty. So it'll take ages to actually start. So we'll let it back up while all of its while the steel has nowhere to go. Like that. Oh yeah. That one didn't need to be changed then. Oh, whoops. Oh, maybe this one didn't need to be changed. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Something like that, eh? A little bit tidier, I suppose. Nope. Dumb. That. Alright. Same here, change the manifold. Add that. Same over here. Beautiful. Alright, we're figuring it out. I think we've even figured out a nicer way to do it. Because that version is much cleaner. Than whatever the hell I was doing over here. I kind of want to go back and redo that one, actually. Because I've made this way nicer now. Alright, anyway. We'll fix it in a second. Ah! Never mind, we didn't fix it. Well, not that we didn't fix it, it's just that part didn't work as flawlessly as I thought. Never mind, we can fix it. It's fixed. There, fine, shut up. Everyone chill the fuck out. Like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's the wrong way, wasn't it? No? Yes? No? Yes? Wrong way. Yes, wrong way. I've got to rearrange the manifold. My bad. There it is. And then that. Oh. Beautiful. And then this one over here needs to do the same thing and go into the other side of that input. Or whatever the hell I would call that. If I could speak English. Like that. Beautiful. Alright, steel being collected and put into an unpowered awesome sink on this side. Beautiful. I'm going to redo this one because I made this one hideous. Okay. You're not necessary. Okay. Let's try and make this a little prettier, hey? For one, we'll just do that one there, like that. And then you're up. Which actually I already had a hole in the roof, nice. Oops, wrong way, sorry. And honestly, we could just do that. I'm happy with that. You know, we could make it more squared, like that. Which I think I am happier with. Yeah, I prefer that. Easy. That. This one. That way? Right? We'll go. Oh, shit. Yep, fuck. Yep. What am I pressing? Why did I press every wrong button? Anyway. I don't know what the fuck happened there for a second, but you know. It's just a real quick mini stroke. Alright. Yep, that's gonna come down. Beautiful. You are gonna come in this side. Alright, that is steel collection done in one singular tower. We have 3 more to go. Not this song again. Didn't it play earlier? God. Alright. We'll start in this corner this time. So this one was that, there, and then we had an awesome thing stuck in here. And we won't power the awesome sink yet. Not yet. That one's gonna go there like that. Alright, it's yellow because it was hitting them. Never mind. Had me worried for a second. Bam. And do that 100 times more. Gaming's so hard. Oh, we'll figure it out, eh? I mean, to be fair, that was pretty quick. Because in this one, I only have to dismantle one. What? Yeah, no, I don't have to merge that. Never mind. And then that one goes straight, right? Holy shit. I think I've pulled a muscle in my arm. I literally just raised my arm to scratch the back of my head. And that hurts so goddamn much. Damn. I'm so injured. Been working too hard. All this gaming. No. I have actually been pretty busy lately. I think it's mostly from skateboarding though. I don't know. My arm shouldn't be sore from skateboarding. It doesn't make sense. Though I don't feel like I've worked enough to make my arm this sore from working. I don't know, man. I think I've pulled a muscle. I think when I stacked it the other day on my skatey, I think I just threw my arm up in a weird way and that pulled a muscle. So I think I'm dying. Basically. Where was that? Oh yeah, I see. There. Sorry, that song's stuck in my head for some reason. Alright, beautiful. There's half of that tower wired up. That was actually pretty quick. Now, how did I do this other side? I can't remember. We sort of just... Yeah, I remember. Oh, so God, hang on, let me check again. I was just gonna say, yeah, holy fuck, I'm getting hungry this morning. Doing it. Normally not much of a breakfast eater. Oh my God, that's why it's hungry. It's 10:30. It's almost not breakfast anymore. Never mind. Retract previous statement. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What? No. That one, and then this one. Beautiful. And in this case, we just bring another one of you over here somewhere. Like that. Jesus Christ, I'm so high. I'm so goddamn high. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. Ooh. Why did that not work on the other one? What did I do wrong on the other ones? Oh, I think I stepped it out, yeah. So they're even. I didn't do that with this one. Should I have stepped it out? Oh, fine. For the sake of consistency, I'll step it out to the streets. What a reference. At least it's not too hard to fix. Oh, it is when you do dumb shit like that. There. Right, I'm doing this wrong. Yep. Oh, you wanted to go that way. Sorry, my bad. Well, it is easier to just do that, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful. And then you weren't there at all. You're on the other side of this. One, two, three, four. There. Did it the wrong way. Wrong button. My hand shook a little bit when I did that. Parkinson's, you know? That, maybe? Alright, we got it. Easy peasy. Alright, and then this one. Beautiful. 2 towers complete. 2 towers. Yeah, that was meant to be a remix of fucking Two Lovers. Avatar The Last Airbender Classic. But I gave up and forgot any of the lyrics to the actual original. So, here we are. I've given up. I need an awesome zinc. Why do I kind of sound like I'm doing a Trump impression? I wasn't actually trying to. Turns out if you just speak a little bit like an idiot, you sound exactly like him. It's an easy impression. See, that was my Sylvester Stallone impression. It was spot on, wasn't it? Fucking nailed it, I reckon. It's much nicer doing this one where you don't have to do half of it. You don't have to rearrange one of the manifolds. It's just good. Whoops, that one's meant to be another one there. Oh god, I want to go to the skate park, man. There's no... The rain. The rains has been so shit lately. It's really give and take time of year in Australia. Where, like... The temperature's good, finally. For the first time ever. It's always too hot. It's actually nice and cool at the moment. The only problem is it's raining 90% of the time. So you don't get to actually do anything. You don't get to actually take advantage of the not hot weather. Also known as cool weather. Cool weather. Hey, what are you doing? There it is. Alright, one half of the third tower sorted. We're getting good at this, aren't we? Alright, how are you looking over here? The way did I do this? The way did I do this? Also known as how did I do this? God. I don't have the ability to speak. Beautiful. And you're more of a that sort of situation. Like that. What the hell? What the hell? Heresy. Oh my god, I raised my arm again and it hurt so much. Why am I so injured? I never realized like how much. I mean, obviously I realized, but just like it sucks how much a sore arm, really just sucks. My legs are always sore from skating. That I'm used to. Arms, not so much. Sore arms suck. I don't like it. What was that like? I feel like that was a quote from something, but I have no idea what that was a quote from. Oh, I realized what I made a stupid reference at some point of "ow, my fucking feet" or something like that. And I think I've done it in a few videos or a few. I don't know. I think I've just done it a few times. And every time I've done it, I've been like, I feel like that's a reference, but I don't know what to. I don't remember that. It's fucking Legends of Adventurous. Every time Frost, or fuck, I can't think of his name now. What's his name? The guy that actually plays the character Frost. Anyway, every time he keeps getting his legs locked together, his exact quote is, "Ow, my fucking legs." But yeah, apparently that's what I was referencing without even realizing it. You learn something new every day. Or like every Tuesday. Sometimes on a Wednesday, if you want. Floor hole. Andy Floor hole. He's an artist. Some people's favorite. Apparently he was also a bit of a tripper. Which I think most artists are, aren't they? Like, I don't think there's many artists out there that are just normal, chill guys. They're always a little bit weird in some way, shape, or form. But that's sort of like why they're good at what they do, because they provide a different perspective. Their weirdness makes them unique. You know? And sometimes it makes them have only one ear. But, you know, shit happens. You make sacrifices for your art form, you know? I had to reference Van Gogh. I couldn't go through that and not reference Van Gogh, could I? Could I? Now shut up. Alright. Last one! Why did I say shut up there? So weird. Shit. Last one, eh? How exciting. Why is my dog making weird noises out there? It's not my dog, it's my mum's dog. I'm not taking ownership of that shit. That's mum's problem out there. She's the one that can't help but get a million animals. I just have to buy the food for them. When I go shopping. Most time. Alright, beautiful. You also need another one over there. Beautiful. There we go. One floor of the last tower sorted. God, we're making such progress, aren't we? Such progress. That one, you go that one, yeah. Nope. Two and a half. Fuck, never mind. I'm not going to try and count this. Oh, my brain's just not good enough at being awake. I was going to say 2 floors, but then I realized that wasn't a full floor. It's sort of like half a floor. Because we've got another 2 rows that we got to do, so never mind. Never mind, I can't speak or anything else related to human activity. I can do this though, I'm good at this still. It's my one thing. I can't remember what I was listening to the other day. It was like a podcast or something, but they were talking about like the one thing, like what would be your one thing if aliens came down that you had to like beat them at? I'd have nothing, because my main things are like Minecraft, but like I'm not even the best, and I'm not even close to good at the best on the planet at like making redstone like farms and shit like that. That's why I enjoy this game, because it is essentially just like a refined modded Minecraft. That someone pointed that out to me, and then it clicked that is exactly why I love this game. It is essentially just a refined modded Minecraft. Like it is what you would imagine Minecraft to be, or a modded Minecraft, or a mod pack or something, if you were to just imagine it as its own game. You know? That's what this is. And it's great. I love it. Where was I going with that? No idea. I can't remember. God, I'm really not awake anymore. There's probably a point to what I was saying there. Probably. Originally. My fucking grandparents have been away for the past like 7 weeks or something like that. And in that time, I've streamed every single day. Alright? It's almost 2 months since I've been streaming every single day. And I have actively gotten a lot better at not just streaming, but talking. Like, maybe not right now, because like I was saying, I've sort of just woken up, but I didn't really, I've obviously noticed it a little bit, but Grandma mentioned it last night while we were having dinner, that I've gotten better at talking shit. That normally I pause and stutter and I don't know, normally I just fuck it up, but now I just spew shit like it's second nature. And it's beautiful, isn't it? There's fluidity to this shit I'm spluing. Sometimes. Look, I'm only human, sometimes I fuck up my speech still. It is actually crazy though, how much better, like noticeably better I've gotten at speaking. Fun. I like being better at speaking. I like being better at anything. It's fun getting better at shit. I just like practicing stuff. For no reason these days. I just love getting better at things. I think that's why I'm so like obsessed with skateboarding these days. Because all that is just it's just progression. Like in the last year, I've gone from not being able to, like I was always able to ollie and stuff like that. But I've gone from landing my first kickflip to landing double kickflips to landing tray flips to landing varials, heel flips. Like I've gotten so far in the last year. It's still not far enough. I want to get better. Better. Need to get better. Hey, I've done some pretty decent clips too of me actually skating around. It's fun. I need to get more. I'm pretty sure I'm Gen Z, but I don't have that, I don't have the Gen Z mentality of take a picture of everything. I need to get that. I need that for my skating. I need to be able to just be like, oh, take a picture of me doing this. Get it on camera. Because I want to be able to brag about it on stream. Which I do anyway. The shit that I do get clips of, I brag about on stream, for sure. Yeah, fun. If only the weather was also fun. And let me do things. Alright, one more manifold rearrange right here, and then we're done. And then we're done. Bam, we did it. We're done. That is the collection system sorted for all 4 towers. Beautiful. I know, intense music, isn't it? Alright, are all of these on yellow now? And are they all yellow? They should be. Because if they are, that means they're fully backed up and it means we can start powering the sinks that handle them. Actually, the part we should have checked for that were these. It's still moving a little bit. In the same way that when you've cut the head off a snake, it, you know... I don't know why I thought of that. It twitches a little bit. Ah! Whew, almost deleted a building down there. That would have been horrifying. Alright, I think I can turn this one, or these 2 on. I'm glad that doesn't turn. God damn. And I thought I'd only ever run into that problem designing Minecraft farms. Alright. Yeah, that one definitely needs to keep going still. Fill up some more coal. But I think this one here, I think we're good. Beautiful. Steel being dumped. And then we'll do the same for this one over here. We'll just do it for the ones that are backed up. Just because they're slow. It's going to be a trickle, like... The ones at the back of the manifold are going to be like trickle-fed items once this is all running at full capacity. So we want them to be backed up before we start, so that it's never yellow. In theory. How are you doing? You look like you're pretty good too. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright. Well, we'll wait for that one, let it back up a little bit. But then I think we've done did it. We done did it. Oh, exhausting. But I think that's it. You know the main thing that's actually pissing me off about this factory? It's this train station right here. Because we've set it up so that it was going to take steel back to the main base. And then a bunch of shit happens at the main base to make, you know, beautiful things happen. But I want to change all of that, which means this rail, while I will use it still, definitely needs changing. To what, I have no idea. But we're going to need to make a steel pipe and steel beam coming out of one of these towers. We need some of it going off to a heavy modular frame factory that we have planned, where... Here's the... I don't have the factory plans up. Alright, let's get that up while... It's coming, hang on. My internet sucks while I'm streaming. It's on its way. What a scream. You good? You coming? Do-do-do-do. few factory layouts. I have an idea to write code to make this automated, and I'm really excited to do that. I think we need to start doing that on stream. That is the computer factory, which is done. This is the rubber factory, which is done. This is the heavy modular frame factory right here. Okay, so it will need 1,260 steel, which is only just... no, it'll need 1,330. That's actually less than one tower's making 1,200 steel. So for that one to use 1,300 means that we're not even... that's less than half of what we're making here. We're making way more than the heavy modular frame is going to require, which is good. And I think this idea of doing it means that, like, it's just so much better. Like, we cut out all of that there. Okay, not these bits, but like all of this. And there was something like steel pipes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the steel. I think I will just take steel from here. And take that over to where we're going to make this factory. And then we just remove that, everything behind that we've removed. We are still going to need some iron plates for reinforced plates for the modular frames. That'll also be making an extra 10 modular frames, which I did say we were sinking, but I mean, we can sink most of it and then put the rest into just straight into the dimensional depot. I think that's also doable. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. But in theory, upgrading this steel factory means that all are now green. I'm not going to mark it as that though, because we're not working on this factory right now. But that's nice. And this is the factory. This is the steel factory we just made. Also, yeah, that's literally this section here. I'm pretty sure I straight up copy pasted it from that page as well. Beautiful. Are you still running? Yeah. Well, we need to wait for that to finally finish and back up. Which is just cool, isn't it? God, I love balances. They're so satisfying. We should be nearly done on it. All of these manifolds are balanced. So, well, the input to these manifolds are balanced. So these should all fill up at roughly the same time. Why did you make me a liar? You son of a bitch. Oh, no, I had this one on for a little bit. That's right. Oh no, this one. My bad. That makes sense. That's why it made me a liar. Alright, I'm not really sure. Not really sure what the plan is right now. That was pretty much what I was hoping to achieve this morning, except we achieved it way quicker than I thought we would. Which is always nice, but you know, it's a thing. Yeah. You just gotta wait for that one there to stop filling up. And then we're finally finished with the steel factory. And it should then be running constantly as well once we're able to turn it on. Oh. Eventually. These ones here are going to stutter for a little bit until it all balances back out again. Yeah, as you can see, like half of the rows are green. half of the row is yellow, like the back half is yellow. Oh, funny. But no, this should be perfect when it's done. It's not a complicated factory. It's literally 3 steps. It's just done on a large scale. Is it 3 steps or 2 steps? It's 2 steps. These are all inputs. You make compacted coal, then you make steel. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So as long as I've done math right twice, we should be good. And my god, it's likely that I got math right twice. Hopefully. But no, that should be good. Just needs to hurry its ass up. And I'm having a billy while we wait for this, by the way. What could we do while we wait, hey? I've been streaming for an hour and 40 minutes. Damn. That's longer than I meant to. Fucking hell, what was that? Something landed outside. Branches falling out of the tree again. Nice. I do really like this factory. This is probably one of my favorite factories. Not for any other reason than just it's been here for the longest and we've rebuilt it the most. And it's come in so many different ways. It's great. I love it. I know what we can dick around and do. So the front of this building. Oh, still in fighter mode. How are we going to make this work? So the problem is going to be Big Blue. And his big, beautiful ass. Makes sense, right? But no, he's going to fly through this shit. Where is he? There he is, off in the distance there. Okay, let's see how much he flies through. I'm going to get a drink real quick. Bloody hell. What are you doing, my raggy boy? Oh, you need me. Quick, Big Blue's coming. I gotta be quick. I didn't get to get a drink. My cat appeared and I had to feed him. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Right in front of me. Okay, come on, brother. Just give me a little bit of boundary, eh? Ooh, I got a little bit of leeway there. Now get up, up. Oh, yes, good. Oh, yes, okay, I reckon he gets up above this as like a little balcony. You know what? One thing I want to do is change to coded. Jesus Christ, the lag on that. I haven't done that in so long. So this is going to take a while, but I do want to go around and make all these nice. Why is that so laggy? My god. This might be something I do off stream, so no one has to watch me kill my computer. Oh, land on the train. It's probably because it's writing to the graphic, like the GPU a lot. Like it's telling the GPU to add reflections in a lot of places. So I think it's like a lot of yeah, I think that's the hiccup. I think it's GPU communication. If that makes sense. If you don't, maybe. I could explain it further, but it's a pain in the ass. I'm not going to do this for much longer, I'm sorry. I'm just doing this for. My god. That is what I want to do, but my god, that lag. And I also want to paint it black. I want to see it painted. Painted black. Black as night, black as cold. I want to see the sun. Not in the sky. I want to see it painted black. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, stones. You gotta love a bit of stones, you know. Every now and then. I'm 25, by the way. I mean, that's not a crazy reference, is it, for a 25-year-old? Stones go pretty hard. They're pretty timeless, aren't they? It's really hard to see color when you're not racist. When you're looking on such an angle like this. The Fresnel effect is crazy. How can I make a joke about racism Fresnel effect? I don't know. I don't have one. Just know that I tried and it was hilarious. In theory. I wanna see it painted black. Yeah. God, I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all day now. Or until I get in the car and just play it. It's also possible. Oh, I have so many ideas for these buildings now. And honestly, I'm kind of pissed off that I didn't do that one even. It would have been so cool to do these two even, have a bridge between them that blue flies under. Maybe one that blue flies under here, and one that he flies over there, which I can still do. But also, do you miss the corners? So I'm thinking corners like this. There, and then there. Ooh. So he goes up above that. Alright, I think he's going to be able to... Oh. This one right here, he was so close on. It was like the bottom, wasn't it? We can bring it back one. champagne. Oh, you stopped. Oh, we can hook this one up now too. There we go. Oh my god, that was it? Hang on, do I have more dismantle crates around here? That was it. That was the straw that broke the camel. Beat the piss out of that camel, that straw did. I've never seen anything like it. That camel cracked like an egg. That's how the saying goes, isn't it? Or am I getting it mixed up with Humpty Dumpty? It's all the same, isn't it? All the same. What's the difference? Alright, there we go. We've done it. So these here are slowly going to start getting to 100%, or if not already be at 100%. No. So what about the ones at the ends? That's the question. So you're flashing. 33, 34, 38. Yeah, these will take a second to creep up. So it's got to get to a point where it's using them at the exact same amount that it's taking them. Which it will. It will balance out eventually. It just needs to stall those to the perfect point, I think. Yeah. Something like that. Oh, where's Big Blue's big ass? I wasn't really thinking of doing this. No, I don't actually think I want to do that at all. Need to find a cool way to taper in these buildings, I reckon. Oh, here he comes. I want to do this one first, though. I just want to get where I can and can't build, you know? Taps it a little bit. Alright, I reckon we have to take this front ledge off. There's ways we can do this. We're gonna make it work, but that's what we're gonna do, I think. There's always ways. Actually, by here, we could even go out this way. Yeah. Because at this point he's already up and over, right? Like I could probably do that out to here as well. We're gonna have to figure out height as well at some point. Not now. I think I want to go another roof out this way. And this square bit will cover this all the way over to here. At least. I feel like I want to add, like, in the same way that I've done there, where I add just like a bunch of empty space on the edge. I want to do that more too, because it allows us to build with more personality, basically. And add more interesting shit. God damn, I'm just gonna delete you because I don't want to watch the Z fighting. And I also don't want to fix it right now because I need to figure out the shape of the building first. Like that. There. Rolling. I was trying to think. Where's Blue? Is he coming? About that time yet? Not quite. Oh, I should probably, just for the time being, I should probably hook up some steel. Oh shit, hi. I didn't see you. God, motherfucker. But yeah, no, you get up and over that easy. And then I reckon you're gonna probably touch that a little bit, but I'm gonna let you. Because I don't think there's much more I can do to get around your fat ass. Yo, fat ass. With a PH, it's fat. It is. It's acidic, basically. That's not how that works. But okay, never mind. Never mind. I was going to attempt to explain pH, but then I realized I don't actually know it. I know it's not just acidic, though. If something... I think it's a high pH is acidic, and then a low pH is alkaline, right? Or a base? I don't know. I'm not really good at chemistry. Never had to be. I'd like to be. That'd be fun. I'd love to learn. I'm always keen to learn. Especially cool shit like that. would love to understand it more. I wish I was an educated person and wasn't terrible at school. I was good at school. I was terrible behaviorally. I was good at the educational shit. I was just bad at wanting to be there. Doesn't help that my school had fucking prison bars keeping us in. Basically. Felt like I was in a goddamn mental institution. I still broke out several times. Though, to be fair, I broke out of the school that didn't have a mental institution wall. That sounded so crazy. But no, the first school I went to just had like a knee-high fence. So I'd just leave. I'd go down to the beach or go down to the skate park and hang out there. Because that was better than being at school. Been a bit of a quiet morning this morning. Haven't had any of the bloody regulars drop in. Where's all the boys? Who knows? Bit of a quiet one. Now what? You called? How are you doing, Valius? What's happening, man? Also, we have beef. I'm mad at you. I've been waiting for you to get back so I could get up ya. You were wrong about the fuel factory ones, the refineries versus the blenders. I did the math on that the other day, just out of curiosity, because I was curious to see, I did the math because I thought you were right. I'm pretty sure I was trying to prove your point, and then in doing so proved you wrong. When you said that that doing the refinery loop, doing the fuel loop, the diluted fuel loop with this, doing it that way, was better than doing it in a blender. You said that there was it uses less power to do it this way. And I ended up doing the math on it to try and figure out how much it actually uses. And I'm not doing the math again, so we're going to go over to that fuel factory and I'm going to look at the math that I did. Don't worry, I'm not actually mad at you, I'm just being a smartass. It's not that bad. It's really not that big of a difference. The one main thing that it would have been great if I did use blenders would have been a massive cost saving thing for slugs. No, I'm not using blenders. I didn't end up using them. I ended up building the entire factory and then realizing blenders were actually more efficient. Because I just blindly trusted you. I was just yeah, no, Valius knows what he's talking about. He's played more than me. So I've done the regular fuel loop everywhere with the refineries. And then I was doing a tour, showing someone one day and trying to explain why I used refineries instead of blenders. And then ended up doing the math. So it turns out 250 fuel produces 252 uses 252 megawatts of power in a blender. So it's 99.2% efficient. Basically, 300 fuel in the refineries uses 335.8 megawatts. So 89%. It's 10% better to use blenders than it is to use. I'd be using 10% less power on this step. But the actual bigger part of it would be I would be using way so one blender does 250 fuel, which is one machine doing 250, right? This one here is 6 machines doing 300. For every one of these machines, I had to use 3 slugs or 3 power shards to overclock them. So I'm using, in theory, over 3 times, probably about 2.5 times the amount of slugs I should be using for these sections. So I could have saved a shitload, more specifically on power shards, if I'd used blenders. That would have been really good. That, and it would be way more efficient in the future if I wanted to have slooped them as well. Because if I was to sloop these, I would have to sloop 6 machines. Whereas if it's the blender, it's just 1. So, in almost every regard, the blender just is better. The only way in which I would argue that the refineries are better is that they're cooler. It's just, it's cool. I love it. It is a cool little. I even started writing a script about this last night to do like a little, because you're not the first person I've heard that from. I mean, you are the first person I heard that from, but you're not the only person I've heard that from. I've seen it a couple of times on Reddit where people have asked if it's worth doing the blender, and then people have answered, no, don't do the blender. But like when I looked into it, when I did the math on it, there is no reason to actually use the refineries. Like, I don't know why the myth exists that it's more efficient to use refineries, because it's not in any way. It uses more power per fuel. It uses more slugs per overclock. It uses more sloops per overclock. Like, there is no realm where it is more, like, where it is more efficient. So I don't know where, like, maybe it was in an older version of the game. Maybe like it's come from previous versions and they've changed it since. But no, as it stands today, yeah, just the diluted fuel stage. So like just taking the, so like that's all this is doing. It's just the fuel loop. So it's doing the diluted packaged fuel here, and then packaging water and then unpackaging fuel. So the input for this unit is water and heavy oil residue, and the output is fuel. Essentially, in the same way that a blender works, this just uses 6 machines to do what one machine does. Essentially. Yeah, no, so it'd actually be more. So yeah, like this segment here is using 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 slugs to have this fully overclocked. Whereas if it was a blender, it would only need 3. So it would be way, way more efficient on slugs. I wouldn't have had to spend so much time slug hunting. But yeah, no, it's just something I discovered. It's all right. I'm not mad at you. Like I was just being a smart ass. But yeah, no, it's just a thing that I noticed. The lesson here for me is just do the math. Just do the math on it, rather than being like, oh, okay, I'll believe you. Do the math to double check. You know, it's always good to double check. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna make an actual YouTube short about it, because, like I said, you're not the only one I've heard that from. I think I've seen it on like Reddit and shit like that as well, where it's like it seems to be just like a myth that keeps being quoted, but no one really seems to check it. So like maybe it was true at some point. I don't know. It seems to be like, a lot of people seem to think it's knowledge, like it's common knowledge. But it's wrong. It actually, it had me sitting there going, am I wrong? For so long, I'm like, I'm sitting there just going like, wait, I have to be fucking this up somehow. I have to be doing my math wrong. There's no way everyone else is wrong and I'm right. Which still does sound bad, but it's not everyone. I feel like most people don't even consider the fuel loop at all. And yeah. But there you go, you learned something new, eh, man? Anyway, back over to what we were doing, which was polishing off the steel factory. Actually, I was just sort of dicking around, trying to make it a little prettier. We've pretty well built it now, it just needs to, I don't know. I am curious to see, like, that is one of the fun things about, like, posting shorts and shit like that, is the feedback you get from comments that are like, actually, here's why you're wrong. Like, that's, I love that. I love that shit. The last short that I did that had a lot of that was the, well, I was counting the packages with the blenders. So, with the power, so, like, I did all the math. So, like, that power consumption was with all 6 of the machines, and it was a ratio based on how much each of that machine was producing. So, like, I did do the math correctly. And the setup's definitely not easier. Like, it's definitely easier to just pipe water straight into a blender than it is. I think it's just that it's later game. Like, because you don't need packers with blenders. The blenders remove packages from the equation altogether. You only, like, you never have to package the fuel and unpackage the fuel. For something like a fuel factory that I'm making there, where you're just processing fuel, you never need it to be packaged. And the input-output ratios are the same. It's the same amount. It just doubles the amount of thing. I'm pretty sure I've done the math right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I was considering... Because when you overclock it, I think you're using... It's like 230% power or something like that, or 330% power or something like that. It's slightly more than what you would expect. Yeah, no, I'm pretty bloody sure. Like, we can do the math again if you want, but I'm pretty bloody sure. Like, if we look at the blender, it uses 252 on a fully overclocked system. So it's 75 there, but a fully overclocked is times 3.3, I believe. I'll reverse this just to check. 3.36. So if that was fully overclocked, it doesn't actually show you. You have to do the math. Alright, yeah, hang on. Satisfactory overclock power consumption. Yes, overclocking increases power usage, but by how much is my question. Sorry, this post was deleted. Did anyone say the math? Not on PC, so yeah, it's just saying that they would use more. No one's saying how much more. Bastards. They just keep saying 200%-ish. I know it's more. I did the math on it last time. Hang on. We'll go back over to the damn factory. I probably shouldn't do this now, actually. I'm gonna do the, I'll make a short on it. I already started writing the script for it. I have been actually I'll make a short for it, and I'll do all the math, and I'll show all the math on screen. And then you can get up me in that. When was I in that account? That one. Yeah, I haven't set up blenders to do it. I just did it based on math. Yeah, Satisfactory myth busting, that's the one there. I started writing that script while I was sitting at the dinner table last night because I got sick of listening to my grandparents. Alright, it's time for some more Satisfactory myth busting. So I'm not really sure where or why this idea started, but I've seen a few people saying that it's actually better to keep making diluted fuel with packages and refineries rather than upgrading to blenders, and I'm here to settle this matter once and for all. So for those who don't know, the best way to turn oil into fuel is to use the diluted fuel recipe, where you process oil into heavy oil residue, then mix that residue with water to create twice the amount of packaged fuel or fuel, depending on the thing. I just went off script a little bit there. The refinery method requires packaged water and makes packaged fuel. So every refinery you need 2 packages, one to unpackage the fuel and one to package the water. The blender version you get later in the game gets rid of the packages and just takes advantage of the heavy oil residue mixed with liquid water to make liquid fuel at the exact same ratio. So my question, and the question I'm sure everyone else watching, is why the hell would anyone think that the packages version is better? Well, someone in my chat said, and I just blindly trusted his knowledge and went with it, was that it uses less power than the blender version. But blah 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 blah, and then I go through and do the math on how it uses more power. Or I'll redo the math there. I'll make sure I do it good on screen for that one. And then the other question would be how many power slugs it uses per fuel, which I'll also calculate. And then I guess it'll also be sloops per fuel, which I'll also calculate. So I'll calculate all 3 of those values of megawatt per what is it, megawatt per fuel unit, and I'll count sloop per fuel unit. Yeah, it's gonna be all per fuel unit basically. Why did I do this with weird capitals that I'm now trying to be consistent with? So megawatts, sloops, and it'll be power slugs. Power shards, more specifically, per fuel unit. Alright, I'll get that sorted. I'll do the math on that. I'll do it well, and I'll do it on screen so everyone can check my work. And then everyone can get mad at me if I get it wrong. But no, I do really like that. Like the other one that I did was that's the Easter egg one. Did I do the... No? I haven't got all my scripts in this one file. Yeah, Easter egg myth busting 400 hour tour, episode 12, which I still haven't fucking finished. Ugh, I'm getting there. I got distracted. I've been working on the Oblivion video, which is also actually almost done. I got through that one way quicker for some reason. It's just easier to edit, I guess. But anyway, I am going to have to fuck off. I gotta head into town and do a little bit of work on my car. Yeah, packaged fuel can definitely travel easier. But I feel like if you're making packaged fuel, if you're making packaged fuel for travel, then it's probably to fuel vehicles. If you're using liquid fuel, then you're probably either about to turn it into turbo fuel or rocket fuel, which means you need it in liquid form anyway, probably in the place that you're already going to use it. I mean, there definitely is a time and a place for packages. You're definitely not wrong. In a scenario where, you're processing it all at one place, you want to get, the fuel processed at one place, and then you're taking the fuel across the map to somewhere else, that packaged fuel loop absolutely is the way to go, because fluid trains suck absolute ass, and transport is way better with packages. So you are 100% right on that one. That one I have zero argument, zero pushback on. Yo, how's it going? Max Not Cool. Cool name. Yeah, fuel can be used for the rubber as well. Yeah, that's true. I think in the same vein, it'd probably be blenders though for that, because you're using liquid for the rubber and fuel, aren't you? Yeah, you're using liquid fuel, not packaged fuel. Yeah, no, it's liquid fuel. You had me questioning then, but it is liquid. Oh yeah, I'll do some research on it. Don't worry, I'll make sure I do some. I'll try and think of all the angles when I do the short. I won't fuck around. But it is interesting that it's come up so much. Like I don't like in this scenario. Like I'm definitely not mad at you. Like I feel like you just probably in the same way that I heard it and just went with it. You probably heard it and were just like, yeah, no, that's probably right. I don't want to do the fucking math to check it, so like, I definitely don't blame you. Hey, no, that's fully understandable. I didn't do the math. I didn't want to do the math on it either, which is why I just went with it. And then it just happened to be on the day that I was talking to someone. But I was like, I wonder how much more efficient it actually is. And then when I started crunching the numbers, I was like, hang on. But like, I think the myth might have been like it might have come from doing the opposite, where people only counted the refinery when talking about like how much power it used. Like, so like maybe people when people were being like, oh yeah, it uses less power to run a refinery than it does to run a blender, but they didn't actually calculate it per fuel unit made. They just calculated like, yeah, a blender is a bigger machine. It uses more power. Like it uses like 2.5 times the power at a base rate, but it also makes more than 2.5 times the amount per machine, right? So like that one there, it's 60 per minute, and then the blender is 100 per minute. So it's not more than 2.5 times. Oh wait, no. So that gives you it in liquid. So this doesn't include the packages. So you still have to include the power requirements to package the water to go into it and to unpackage the fuel coming out of it. So the net power of this is 75 versus not 30, but 30 plus 10 plus another 10, so 50. So this is, even the machines are less, but then that's like making a different amount of fuel as well. So you don't need to calculate it based on the machines, you need to calculate it based on how much fuel it's making per minute. Because the megawatts per minute is directly correlated to the fuel per minute. It doesn't matter what the thing sits at. Like if this used 100 times more power but made 100 times more fuel, then it would be just as good. Like there's no difference. But yeah, anyway, rather than doing the math on top of my head in the morning, I will do this later, I promise. And I will tag you in it. Can you do that? I don't actually know. But anyway guys, thanks for dropping in. Well, what do you mean I can't calculate fuel to packed fuel? I'm calculating how, yeah, no, I'm doing the cost to get from heavy oil residue to fuel. Specifically liquid fuel. Because liquid fuel is what you need for both power production and rubber and plastic production. Literally, yeah, like the only scenario in which case it's better is if you need to transport plastic. You need to transport fuel, long distances. And then it is unquestionably always better to do the packager route. In that way it is better. Like, indisputably. I don't even need to do the math, it just is. Because it removes a step that you would need to add for this. But in the scenario that you're making a fuel factory, where you're processing heavy oil residue into fuel, or you're processing heavy oil residue into fuel for rubber, you never actually need it to be packaged. Like, in my rubber factory, and anytime I've used this specific fuel loop, I don't need it to be packaged, because I'm specifically unpackaging it immediately and reusing those same canisters. So, like, the packaging step is redundant. It's straight up heavy oil residue in, fuel out. Like, the packaging step isn't necessary. But I will stipulate that I will make that stipulation in the short. Thanks for bringing that up, because I will add that to the video. Though at this rate, it might end up being a whole 8-minute long standalone video. But yeah. Anyway, we'll figure this out later, I promise. I'll do everything I can to express it in as good as I possibly can. What did I do? I finished wiring the steel factory. Finished wiring steel. Yeah, no, I will. I'll think of everything that it can I'll think of all the different combinations. I mean, there is only two different combinations, really. There is the times that you need it packaged to transport it, and there are the times that you need it in liquid form to either use it for rubber or plastic or fuel. Like, it is pretty straightforward. But I'll draw it out. I'll actually, like, make it visual so that you can see and be like, oh, okay, yep, that makes sense. But yeah. Anyway, man, thanks for dropping in. Good to see you again. I've been waiting for you to drop in just so that I could bring that up with you. It's been a minute. But yeah. Anyway, bro, you have a good one with the rest of your day. Bloody Max Not Cool, thanks for dropping in. How you doing? See ya. But yeah, anyway, have a good one, guys. I'll catch up with you whenever you drop back in. See yous.